Hello everyone, welcome to the second lecture of this SEP lecture. Today I'll be talking about happiness and everything on that subject that you must know. It's very important for personal growth in life. It's important to know what happiness means, why you must be happy, and how to be more happy in life. So I'll get started. Alright, so happiness basically covers a range of positive emotions. It means different things to different people, which is right, it does. So, for example, it is a personal experience. So, um, most people feel different types of emotions. The experience of happiness is a higher arousal. So, these are feelings such as joy, such as excitement. This is higher arousal. So, these are people that are excited. For others, it means low arousal, so it's feelings such as calmness, contentment, peace, and composure. This is the low arousal. This is when you are just relaxed and you are content with yourself, you are calm with yourself, you are at peace with yourself. You know, this is what low arousal means for happiness. We also try to experience different forms of happiness, different forms of positive emotions. So we try to experiment. For example, sometimes me, I would think, um, how can I be more positive? Like for example, uh, feelings such as calmness. Sometimes I'm calm. Sometimes I feel confident. And sometimes I feel excitement when after I exercise. So if I want to feel excitement, I go exercise, for example. After that, I feel great about myself. I feel excited. I feel like I conquered something. Okay, so for example, extroverted people will be a higher arousal, whereas introverted will seek out lower forms of happiness, such as contentment, calmness, and peace. What makes you happy will differ from what makes someone else happy, which is true. Everyone feels different in different ways. Everyone experiences life in different ways. And you will most likely expand on what makes you happy. So, for example, whatever makes you happy today is what you should be doing in life, to be honest. Like when I'm doing something that I'm very unhappy about, and I just hate doing it. I can't do it. It's not me. But when I'm doing something like this, when I'm doing a lecture like this, like this piece of writing that I've written over my life experiences, I feel much better when I am teaching it than when I am just reading it and not doing anything about it. Okay. Okay, it is normal to experience a range of emotions. So you could be upset, you could be happy, you could be angry. And if you are, it's totally fine. But it's better to be happy in life than to be angry, because when you are angry, it causes a lot of problems. It causes for you to drive people away from you. When you are upset, you feel sorry for yourself. You feel down. You get depressed. And you don't want to be depressed. You want to be smiling, and you want to be confident with yourself. You want to value yourself as a person. You want to be a worthy person, and you want to feel worthy all the time. The more you understand happiness, the better it is for you. You will know what makes you happy and what does not, and what works for you. You will be much more inclined when you know what happiness means. Okay, for example, when you know what works and what doesn't, life becomes much more better because think about it. I've read 800 hours in my life, honest. To this day, in 2017, today's what's the month? July. So 2017 in July, I've read 800 hours till now, and 2 years later, I'm taking action on everything that I've learned. So basically, I am now taking action on what I've learned in life and what has benefited me as a person. So this is why this lecture is valuable to you, because this is coming from my life experiences and what I know that holds true for me. This information holds true for me. So for example, when you know what works and what does not, you have the knowledge, right? So you can look past the myths. You can say, you can see a saying or something and you can say, oh, that's correct, that's not correct. You know, it's not correct because of this and this and this. Or it's correct because someone else has said it, or because it holds true for you. Okay. Okay, so to know what works in your life, when you know what works in your life, you are much more happy because you know what works. And by knowing what does not work, when you, for example, when you don't know what works, you must know what works in order to know what does not work. So also, if you are happy in this life, you are succeeding. This is a big one, because when I'm happy, I feel vibrant. I feel energetic, right? Like this, like I am now. Right now. I'm happy. You know, I'm enjoying the things I'm doing in this life. Recognizing your limits is the first step toward overcoming sadness, anger, negativity. You also must be able to understand yourself. This is very important, to understand who you are as a person. Alright, so for example, one way to understand who you are as a person is that you came from God. Right, this is one way to understand yourself. Another way could be knowing what your heart is telling you. Right, when you connect with your heart, with your signals in your heart, when your mind and your heart is connected together, when it's working in harmony, you become much more happy in life. You become much more vibrant when you are self-aware and connecting with yourself every day, and connecting with God as well. So when you are recognizing your limits, this is the first step toward overcoming sadness, anger, and negativity. So basically, when you are negative, how are you negative? How are you being negative? So your negativity is your limit, right? So for example, when you are negative, you must push through the negativity and go through and be positive in life. This is overcoming the limit by being happy. Be happy in your shoes. Be content with yourself. You must be content with yourself, because if you're not confident at all. You know, when you're in your shoes, you are happy. You are feeling good about yourself. Be happy with who you are as a person. It's very important, because if you're not happy with who you are as a person, you are not positive because of this. Because you are not happy as a person. But when you are happy as a person, you feel much more confident and you feel much more valuable towards yourself and towards everyone else, because you are happy. You attract happy people because you are happy. Okay, so when you are happy with yourself, this is how you become more happy in daily life. When you are happy with yourself, by just understanding yourself, how you work, how you feel, in other words, knowing your feelings, how you respond to situations, and being aware. So this is very important, to be aware, right? To know your feelings, to know what you're thinking, to know what's your next move, right? So for example, now I know what I'm doing. I'm talking, you know, I'm slowly trying to think what I'm going to say, but it doesn't matter, you know. In the end, even if you make a mistake, it's okay, you know, it doesn't matter. So if you are feeling low in life, start doing creative things, right? Like this could be writing, playing a guitar, playing a piano. This could be sharing knowledge, sharing some type of knowledge. Doing a lecture like this. This is creative, because it gets you in the zone. It gets you to start thinking about yourself and what you're going to say to the audience and all this kind of stuff. It gets you more aware, and it gets you more in the moment, right? It gets you more confident, because you are practicing, right? You're practicing the action on basically what you wrote, for example. So it makes you more comfortable in your shoes because you get up in front of the camera and you start to talk. You just start to throw out information that you have learned to other people. But it must be what holds true for you. So for example, when I'm doing creative things, right? Like for example this, I'm much more happy because this is something that I love to do, right? As a person. Because when I'm doing this, I'm teaching, and this is the ultimate way of living life, when you are able to teach someone something that you have learnt in life to help them succeed in life. So do something that excites you, something you live for, a passion, something that drives you to happiness. This is your calling. This is what you must do and must be doing in your life. Whatever makes you happy is exactly what you must be doing in life. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss this whole life, and you're gonna be saying, "Oh, I just missed my whole life. I did not do what I didn't figure out what my calling is." Right? So maybe you wanna you like to do the same thing I'm doing, right? So teaching others. Like say a topic on happiness, what makes you happy, and then you can teach it to someone else, for example, right? You could do this. Also do something that drives you to happiness, because this is your calling. This is what you must be doing. And also do not focus on the negatives. The negatives do not matter. So the negative thoughts do not matter at all, and do not believe in them at all. But working around negativity and recognizing it for what it really is, which is negativity thoughts. It's just a thought. It's nothing much more than a thought. It's not who you really are. Also, for you to overcome negativity, you must be happy, and you must be happy a lot. It's not just one day be happy and then just go back to upset. You must be consistent. You must be over time consistent to be positive, and reading positive knowledge. This accounts to being a positive human being, and also taking action, like I said, because I don't want you to read 2 years and waste 2 years of your life just reading and gaining knowledge. Like, yes, the knowledge is good. Honestly, the knowledge is good, and it will help you in life. It will make you a better communicator, right? You will know how to speak to people. It will just come out naturally. It comes out naturally, and you're just very confident around yourself, being in yourself, like being good with yourself because you know so much. But make sure to teach it to someone else. Also, the more you focus on what makes you happy, the better your life is. Which is true. When you focus on things that make you happy in life, your life becomes better. It becomes more positive and vibrant. Also, do not do what makes you unhappy inside. Because if you do, you are going to get negative, and you are going to start getting depressed. If you do things that are unhappy to you, you start getting angry, you start getting upset, you start maybe even fall into depression because of the upset emotion you feel. So these are the things to get rid of, but do the things you love to do. In other words, what makes you happy, what makes you joyful. These are the things you must be doing. Also, do not focus on the should. I should do this. But instead, you can say this, for example. I could do this if I really wanted to. For example. Or instead of I should do this because I should do this because I do not have time right now. But instead, say, I could do this and it would be great. This is what you could be saying, because if you say, for example, I should, right? So you're already cutting your chances of doing that thing you're about to say. But if you say I could do it, this leaves you a door for opportunity to actually start doing that, whatever you want to do. So if you say I could, yeah, I could do that, and it would be great if I could. But if you say I should because I don't have time, that's an excuse. You always have time. Everyone has the same amount hours in a day. You know, I think that's 164 hours a week, and basically everyone has the same time. You know, there's no excuse. Should to say should. It's like saying an excuse. To say always I could do that if I wanted to. You know, I could do it. You know, you affirm to yourself, yeah, that you could. But if you say I should, if you say I should, then it's like, yeah, nah. You know, you're not sure about yourself. Um, the sentences that start with I should are not moving you forward. Instead, say I could. So I've said that. This opens the door for you. Also, alcohol, for example, is a depressant. This makes you unhappy in life. Alcohol, when you're drinking, right? You start drinking and you start getting dizzy. You start getting like you can't move. You know, you start getting drunk, and this is not normal. It's not normal when you are drunk. Because think about it, in the thousands, in the years, like the ancient years, they used to not drink alcohol before. You know, it used to be natural, just living life without any toxins. Okay, so for example, when I start drinking, my mind is so much slower than before, and I do not even enjoy having a slow mind, to be honest. It also makes me lazy, and all I want to do for the rest of the day is listen to music. Right? I'm sure everyone agrees on that. When you're drinking alcohol, you don't want to work, you don't want to do anything. You just want to sit down and drink and listen to music. Also, I cannot even speak properly when I'm drunk. I make mistakes in my communication, and I don't even pay attention to the whole picture. For example, at a birthday party, if I'm drunk, I can't even speak to one person. I can't even be aware of anyone else around me. You know, these are the side effects of alcohol, right? You just block people out of the way and you just focus on one person because that's what your awareness can handle with alcohol. But it's totally not my intention when I'm drinking alcohol to block people away from my conversation, right? It just happens like that. That's the side effect of alcohol. Also, happiness is a decision. You make that choice for yourself. You can be happy right now. You know, happiness is a decision. It's a choice. You know, you choose to be happy. Just like you choose to drink alcohol, for example, it's a state of mind, right? So basically, when you start getting happy, for example, you start to say positive thoughts about yourself, right? You must have positive thoughts in order to be happy. You must be vibrant and connecting with your heart. You know, being good in your shoes. This is what happiness means when you are good with yourself as a person. Okay. You also must know how you operate as a person, by knowing your thoughts, by knowing how you move, by knowing how you act, by knowing your surroundings, by knowing everything about yourself. You must know this, and then happiness comes with ease when you are able to be self-aware about yourself and always know what you're going to say, or always know what you're going to say before you even say it, or even how you feel in that moment that you are speaking. Then happiness comes with ease. When you get upset or nervous, focus on concentrating. Focus on concentration. When you are upset, focus on the task at hand. For example, if you go to a nightclub, make a pretend, for example, that you are currently looking for the culprit. You know, make it a game. You know, it's something that excites you. You know, not like, for example, uh, yeah, just that. You know, you go, you make life seem like a game. You know, like make a joke with your father without laughing. You know, just like make it a game. Make life a game, because this life is meant to be lived and have fun in the process. Okay, so alcohol is also not all that. Because millions upon millions of people are killing brain cells every day. This is a serious matter. And also, drinking will never make you the best version of you. And I think everyone agrees with me on this. That drinking has definitely not made me the best version of myself. I get depressed when I drink. And when I'm drinking, when I used to have a high tolerance to alcohol, I used to vomit when I drank a lot, and this is actually a bad state of mind. You're not yourself when you are binge drinking, when you are just living for the weekends, when you're just living life to live life, but life is not meant to just live life. Life is meant to enjoy the best it can be, and alcohol is something that just puts you down, and it will just like drag you down, and you start causing problems. You start having relationship problems. You start thinking about the past, what happened back then, all the mistakes you made in life, all the people you hurt. You're gonna start thinking about that because of alcohol, right? And then the more you think in the past, the more anxious you get. Oh, I can't handle my anxiety, right? For example, you must be present to overcome anxiety. You must let go of drugs. You must let go of alcohol to to be living right now. So you can be aware. So you can be aware of yourself. This is when you are living right now. You are very aware, and you are suddenly much more vibrant, and you are much more just aware. How do I explain it? You just you are suddenly just very lightheaded kind of thing, and you just like you flow like you're just aware. Okay, so also the things that won't make you the best version of yourself are things like drugs, anger, negativity, envy. If you're jealous of someone, or if you hate someone, this is all what you must throw out of your life in order to live a positive life, and a life worth living. Because when you do these kind of things, you are actually dragging yourself down in life. I know from personal experience. I hate people. Like some people I used to hate. And this dragged me down. This wasn't me. This was my ego, right? And I used to be jealous. I used to watch pornography, for example, right? And I'm sure most of human society has watched porn once in their life. But anyway, that used to cause me guilt. That used to cause me shame in life. That used to cause me secrecy. I used to hide in my room and all this kind of stuff, right? And I used to take drugs. I used to just like be in secrecy, so much secrecy. Just don't tell my father. Don't tell this guy. Don't tell this guy. And then I have to remember that. I have to remember who I'm. Oh, all this kind of stuff, right? So I have to even remember who I've done drugs with, and all this stuff, right? It's all secrecy. It's all to put you down in life. And this is all what you must let go. You must let go of jealousy as well, because if you let go of jealousy, you're gonna move closer to God. Also, there is a thing called happy hour in clubs, right? And in pubs, where the drinks are cheaper, when in fact the happy hour is really an activity you enjoy doing that gives you pleasure. That's happy hour. But they call it happy hour in clubs to advertise that their drinks are cheaper. So the customers who came into the club buy drinks, as much drinks as possible, so the club makes money. So this is like their happy hour advertisement, just like so they can sell more drinks. And also, alcohol is not really something that will make you happy, which I have said. It is an illusion. This drink, I call it an illusion. It's an illusion drink. It's just like drugs, actual drugs, like ecstasy, like ice, all this kind of stuff. It has the same effects. It just makes your mind slower, right? And this beer is just the same as drugs. If you are currently unhappy for some reason, start doing exciting small changes in your daily life. It can be whatever, as long as it is an exciting mission, something that makes you excited in life. For example, you could write a blog. This is exciting because you are getting creative. Uh, Writing a blog that will help someone, right? Which is exciting. Even a lecture like this, right, where it puts you on the spot and you start teaching someone something, right? Also, where you get put on the spot, as I just said, and teaches others, teach other viewers on happiness, for example, right? So you can do the exact same things that I'm doing right now, and this is for me exciting, right? And I'm sure when you get put in front of a camera and you start doing the same thing, you're gonna be like, hey, you know, it just, hey, I see my face, you know, I'm just like, I'm talking, you know, I'm speaking, and I'm teaching someone. I'm teaching someone how to be happy. It is also just an example what I'm just saying. You know, you could do this if you wanted to. And I think that you'll actually love to do this, to be a teacher of your own, to be your own guru. You know, because in fact, everyone is their own guru and everyone is their own teacher, right? And the more you know, the more you can be of benefit to other people. Also, teaching is a part of happiness. If you did not know, it is. Because it makes me happy from personal experience. You do it for the people out there, and it is also an art form in itself, which it is, because you have to create words on the spot, and you have to put yourself on the spot, right? Which is sort of, it's like an art form. And also, you never know what to expect when you are speaking, when you are about to go live, and when you are just about to speak out what you're about to teach. It is also better to make small adjustments in your life instead of big ones that might be a big pressure. So, for example, if you suddenly make overtime work, right? You're working overtime for the next 5 days. You know, that's probably just too much big pressure for you to handle, right? But some people can do it. Some people can do it and just, you know, live with it. But for me, for example, I just wouldn't work overtime 5 days a week. It's not me. You know, I like my time at home. Also, small changes go a long way to helping you cultivate confidence. Because think about it, when you are reading, a day at a time, 1 hour at a time for the next, say, 100 hours, you suddenly start getting confidence because you know all this information, and you start communicating with people on a better level because you're just much more intelligible. But also just make sure to take action when you are reading. When you read something, straight away after, write it in your own words. Also, use strategy in transforming bad habits into positive good habits. All the bad habits in your life have to be out of your life in order to live a happy, fulfilled life. So you must let go of bad habits, self-destructive habits that you have, in order to be happy and have a fulfilled life. You know, you don't want to have, for example, turmoil or pain or some type of pain within you that you just can't stand, so you have to take a drug to relieve that pain, right? So you have to stick with the pain, right? You have to process that pain and just keep going, you know, just be aware and just connect with yourself, read, teach, and that's all you do. And that's how you overcome this pain or this crutch. Also, alter negative behaviors and change it into positive behaviors, and you will be much happier, which is true. You also know what your bad habits are, and you must get rid of these bad habits. To do this, understand what your bad habits are, right? It could be some of the jealousy, hate, some of the things I mentioned, drugs, pornography. You know, this is also all bad habits. You know, I know from personal experience. Also, use a strategy on how you will defeat or conquer these bad habits, and strategies which positive habits you could replace. So strategies, uh, replace these strategies with positive habits, right? The negative habits, change it with strategies that are positive to replace the negative habits in your life to live a more happier, fulfilled life. So, for example, if you drink alcohol, right, start writing in a blog instead of drinking, or start meditation every time you feel like a drink, or start focusing on your breathing every time you feel like a drink, or go for a walk, or or touch yourself, be aware of yourself, kind of thing. This also works when you are aware of yourself, or when you fight the craving. For example, when you just have like a little bite to eat instead of smoking a cigarette. This works also. Or connecting with your heart. This is also one of the best methods I've used. Um, is when you connect with your heart, you suddenly have no fear, right? Your mind goes nuts, but your heart ultimately is very calm and relaxed. Also, reward yourself for making positive changes in your life and for engaging in a more fulfilling, productive, exciting, happier activity. Also, make a plan on how you can prevent old behavior and on how you can develop new behavior, like I've said. So, for example, instead of drinking alcohol, replace it with writing a blog, as this will make you more creative in the process instead of killing brain cells. And by the way, killing brain cells makes you less intelligent, which is true. When you do so much drugs, right? You suddenly um, you suddenly just get more stupid. Or it goes even with alcohol. The more you drink, the more you self-destruct, the more you fall in health, and the more you can't even speak and everything. It just ruins your functioning in your brain. Also, you want to be an intelligent person, a person who reads, a person who is good in their shoes, and a person who has confidence, right? This is the person you want to be, who has conquered also bad habits and behaviors, who is living a life truly worth living, and who is living a life filled with happiness, and who is in control and understands themselves. This is the type of person who is much happier in life. The person who understands themselves, how they function, how their heart functions, how their heart and mind function, how they speak, how they control themselves, how they self-discipline themselves. This is very important to living a happy life. Also, make a plan on preventing yourself from going back to old behaviors. So you can write a schedule, right, on based on your week, what you're gonna do to avoid these negative traps. And you can even make a specific time if you want, as this will help you move forward to live a better life in the process. Also, let go of thoughts that include grudges and regrets. This is a big one. When you regret something, you are suddenly thinking in the past. And when you grudge something, also you are hating, right? You just, just like it gets you angry. You also have nothing to grudge about, and you have nothing to regret. You are living today. Today you are living, right? You should be happy that you are living today. Just remember this, you know, that you are living today. You are living right now. You can make a positive change in the world. You just have to start with yourself. This is enough reason to let go of thoughts. Do things that are new to you, as long as it is healthy for you. The small new changes go a long way to building a better, and in some cases a more confident, happier life, which I've said. Also, if something is troubling you, this is your opportunity to change the circumstances. Also, to not go back, do not back off, but go through with it and prevail. So, when you have an opportunity, take the chance, and prevail in life. This is also there is also nothing to be afraid of. If you have something to do, go do it. Do it straight away. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8. That's it. I'm off. Just start doing it. Don't procrastinate. Don't say, "Oh, I'll do it 2 hours later." Do it right now. Always do it now. Say when you think of it, "Oh, that's a good idea." "Oh, nah, nah." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, just get up and do it. Just this is how you take action. This is how you take control of your life. You start taking action. Also, let go of thoughts that include. I said that. When you sort out your problems and understand that there are solutions to your problems, and you take the time to self-analyze and sort your thoughts out, it will remove clutter and therefore you become much happier in the process. It's like tidying your room, right? When you have a messy room, right, you look at your messy room and you just feel bad about yourself because your room's messy, right? And if someone comes into your house like a friend and sees your room, they're gonna get a negative impression on you or as how you live your life. But when you clean up your room and you say, "Hey, come, my friend, come look at my room," hey, it's much different. It's much different because it's clean, right? And like, I'm not saying you can say that to him, but hey, just come look at my room, and you'll be much more happier because it's clean, right? This is like sorting your mind, sorting the negative thoughts and replacing it with positive thoughts. It's basically the same thing. And the more your mind is clear, right, of negative thoughts, the more you live and you are happy in life. Also, consider your problems like a messy room, which I've said. When you clean it up and when you make it tidy and organized, you become much happier. And this relates to your feelings, which I've said. I actually have talked about that. Also, you will feel happiness, pride, and satisfaction once you have cleaned up the mess. Believe me. You will be vibrating, right? You'll be, which I'm talking about your thoughts. You'll be vibrating as a person. You'll be enjoying life to the fullest, and you will not even be thinking about grudges and regrets because you're a happy person. Because you'll be living life fully and thinking positive and getting things done. Also, undo the beliefs that are holding you back in life. It could be, for example, my dad told me hate gay people, for example. But right now, this could be a thought, that your parents have taught you in life to hate gay people, right? But hating is not good for anyone. It's not good for anyone to hate someone, right? Like, I've got nothing against gay people. I'm not gay either, but it's not good to hate. I know from personal experience, when you hate someone, you lose friends, you have relationship problems, you get into bad stuff, you start drinking alcohol, you start chit chat behind the person's back, you might take someone's girlfriend, all this kind of thing, this is all hate and jealousy. There is also no point in hating. I've talked about that. Also, for me, I think that hate actually causes cancer when you hate, right? This is actually what I believe. Because when you're hating, right, you get this feeling inside of you, this anger feeling. I think it's some type of poison, right? That you poison with yourself. You poison yourself with this hate that you have for other people, and this is not good. There's a saying, we must trust humanity no matter what. And when you must trust humanity, that leaves no room for hate for humanity, right? Also, to forgive another person is to know that there is nothing to forgive in the first place, right? Because when you think about it, when you have nothing to forgive, there's really nothing to forgive. But when you have to forgive someone, right, and you even give them your forgiveness, right, it still it doesn't vibe because there's really nothing to forgive, right? Because um, when you think about it, forgiving, right? You must forgive someone, right? And they have to, or when someone has to forgive you, for example, right? And you're begging them, please forgive me, please, please. Like you start behaving abnormal, and for example, you start asking for their sympathy in life, and you don't want to ask for sympathy. You want to ask for empathy, right? You want to communicate face to face, and you want to say, hey, I respect you. I'll still be your friend. You don't have to forgive me. I know there's nothing to forgive. I'm still your friend. I'm a welcoming person. If you want to ever go somewhere with me, I'll have a coffee with you. And if you want to say hi, bye, no problem with me. I'll move on with my life. And that's all you have to say. There's no, oh, come on, please forgive me, please forgive me. It's like you also see people praying in church. They're praying for God to forgive them, right? God's already forgiven them. This is what they don't understand, right? They think they're a sinner. They think they're a unworthy person because they were taught that way, right? This is a belief that they have. And this is what they must undo. They must think that they're worthy in order to be worthy, right? Not think I'm worthy and beg God for forgiveness. You know, you don't beg God for forgiveness. He's forgiven you already. Okay, so also let nothing get to you. This is a part of happiness. When you bounce off negativity off you, hey, oh, what? Oh, it just bounced off. It's just like it makes you much happier in life. Also, if you feel hurt in some way, you are allowing yourself to be hurt. You know, you are saying, "I have a right to be hurt." Why would you want to be? Why would you want to have a right to be hurt? Why? Just don't be hurt. Just be happy. The ultimate goal is to be happy, not hurt. Also, the more you feel hurt, the more of a grudge you will have against the other person. So if you feel hurt by somebody, right, you are suddenly going to, you're gonna have a grudge against that person because they make you feel hurt, right? But when you don't take it the wrong way, you suddenly, just because you didn't take it the wrong way, your whole shift, your mind shifts perspectives because you're not hurt anymore. Also, learn to be self-sufficient. This will go a long way to you becoming a guru of your own, right? Which I said, you're already a guru. You are a guru. You can teach someone something that you know. You could also easily go out and help people in the process of learning yourself. Reaching excellence of self is what a teacher or a guru tries to do, either by teaching or helping someone on their path to personal excellence. And this is great. When someone starts going out and teaching other people because of you, that's compassion spreading compassion to more compassion. And this is how compassion spreads around, right? And when you ultimately start teaching people what you know as a person, you much more you feel much more valuable because you are teaching. You also build self-esteem, confidence, drive, determination, motivation in the process. You also become you, and you become successful while you are at it, which is true. You become all these things because I have a high self-esteem. I have confidence when I'm teaching. I have drive also. I'm speaking, so I have drive. I have determination, which is the same thing. Motivation, same thing. But I'm just put those words there. If someone doesn't understand a word, they might understand another word. Also, learn to trust yourself. The more you do, the more you'll be positive, and the more you'll feel positive, and also the more you will control your life in positive ways. Also, You have to accept yourself and know that you are worthy of success. Right? I can say that I'm successful in life because I have the mentality. I got the mentality. That's what makes me successful in life. Right? Maybe I don't have millions of dollars, right? But I have the mindset. That's what counts. I have the mindset. I got the knowledge. Also, learn to trust yourself, which I've said, and to accept yourself, because this is, and you also you must be feeling that you are worthy of success, that you are a worthy person. Because if you feel unworthy, then this is what you must undo in your life. And you also have to believe in yourself, which is very big. Um, for example, me, I've been hit, I've been scratched, I've been pushed, I've been spagger, I've been bloodied, I've been kicked, I've been hated, I've been all sorts of things, right? But I overcame everything, even low self-esteem, low confidence, all this kind of stuff, because I believed in myself. That's what kept me going in life, because of my belief that I have in myself as a person. That's how strong belief about yourself is when you value yourself. Also, find out what switches you to excitement when you feel most yourself, which skills you learn easily. These are the type of skills and that you should be learning more about and teaching. What you look forward to, and also what you look back on in past memories that make you happy. Always keep these memories when you have happy memories of the past. Keep them, but do not always bring them up into the present moment. Just whenever the time is right to bring up a past, like you see a past friend. Hey, remember we went to the McDonald's, and we were speaking with me, you, and a couple like Michael and Steven, we were just chilling and we were talking. We had the best talk. It's good like that to bring it up with a past friend of yours. But if you go on talking about your past memories to people that do not even like know what know like, or like on the first meeting, or you say, hey, yeah, I remember I went in my past life. I went with like, unless it's important, for example, unless it's important and necessary to bring it up in the present moment, then do it. Also, do things that inspire you, that excite you, make you happy. This is your calling. Also, avoid thinking about the negative aspects of you. Focus on the positive sides. When you focus on the positives, you will be much more inclined to tackle the negatives with the positives, which is true. When you are more positive, you start tackling the negative thoughts and you become much more positive. Find out what your talents are. For example, myself, I help people overcome themselves. I love to do this, for example. I love because I know it's my calling, so and I know it's my passion. This is what motivates me in life. This is what fuels me. Also, I would like to ask, what is your passion? Just to get you to start to think about what you could be doing as a person to help better this world. Maybe you want to figure out a new technology like a Facebook or something, like a social media site to help people connect. You could do that if you want. Or you can create like Tesla Motors, like something similar, maybe flying cars. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just giving you examples. Do something creative. Do not focus on your weaknesses, but your strengths. This is important. When you focus on your strengths and you build those strengths and you just keep building and building and building, you suddenly get talented in one area in your life and you dominate that area. Also, work around the negatives and toward your strengths, and you will be much better for it because you are working toward your strengths. Also, do some challenging tasks like riding a bike. You could do a marathon, for example. Challenge yourself. Or playing music, starting a piano and trying to learn the piano. I've heard good stories of musicians, for example, that have very good minds because they learnt piano, or they learnt the guitar to play it, and like they got like better brain activity than the average person, apparently science says. Also, rock climbing. This is good for your muscles and it challenges you. Come on, Danny, come on. And you start challenging yourself. Also, writing. This is what I do. I do writing as a person, and once I start writing, I just keep writing and writing and writing and writing. And I see all these words come up on the page, and I'm just like, wow. 5 years ago, I could not do this. And it's such a big change. Also, reading a book is creative because you are learning, you are processing new information. Also, completing crosswords, if you like to do that, you can get technical with numbers. Also, meditation, being present, and figuring out ways you can be more aware. Also, yoga. This is good for meditation as well, and it will help you with your breathing. It will help you with your muscles and help you have balance in your life. Also, puzzles, if you want to do puzzles, which is good for figuring out strategies, kind of like what goes where and things like that. Also, these are all great ways to feel a great sense of achievement. Right? Think about it. You finished a 1,000-word puzzle. It took you 8 hours to do that. That's a challenge, right? You feel a sense of achievement once you have finished and you took a photo, you posted on Facebook. Hey, I spent 8 hours on this puzzle and I finally finished it. That'll be funny, but like that would show me that person's dedicated. Also, I personally do writing and doing lectures like these, as this is great for me to express what I think, and also builds confidence for me in the process, and in the process I help someone else, and I am much better for doing this video. Also, choose a task that will benefit you and someone else in the process. This will help you be much more compassionate. Also, the more challenging tasks you do, the greater sense of achievement. Where do you shine? And how can you make income? These are some questions to ask yourself. Where do you shine? So what are some of your passions or hobbies that you like to do that are creative? And how can you make money out of it? These are some questions to ask yourself, which I've said. Become the person you want to be. Do something creative. I've spoke about that. I actually know. Here we go. So let me ask you again. What are your skills? The key is implementing your strengths, because this is what you are good at. I keep forgetting to go down. Also, it is good to not worry. The more you worry, the worse it gets, and you will be unhappy in the process of worrying. Worrying leads to panic and negativity, and it will just make you panic because you are feeling anxiety. It will feel like the world is coming down, crashing, because that's the feeling. It's that state of feeling where you hyperventilate. Also, it's better to be calm in these times of panic and to be concentrated, to focus on your breathing. This leads to overall wellness. When you are able to breathe, be concentrated and focus on yourself and on your breathing. Just remember, there is nothing to regret. Remember to enjoy the moment. Use positive affirmations that counteract negative thoughts, and be present at all times. This leads to happiness. When you are not negative, when you are present at all times. Also, I like to analyze quotes. When I see, I add people that actually are on the same road as me. When I see someone is an entrepreneur or a marketer or affiliate marketer, I add that person because I know they're very positive in life, because they own their own business and they're on the road to success. These people on Facebook, and I always see quotes from them, and I like their quotes and their photos, and I speak with them, I connect with them, I speak to someone on the telephone, and it's a good way for me to connect with people who are on the same path I am. Also helps me see where the person who wrote the quote is at in life. I can straight away tell if the quote is right or wrong. If it holds true for me or not. If it doesn't, I'll ask, hey, can you explain this quote for me? But you can also be interested in doing the same thing as I'm doing, analyzing quotes and seeing if it's right for you. Also, if you find any picture or artwork that is creative, look at it and say, this picture is me. Because you are really a creative being. You are. And whatever someone else can do, you can too. Remember all those positive moments you had in life. How were they, those moments? How were you so happy in those moments? What sparked you to become that happy? I know you have had moments that were filled with happiness. These are the moments to look back on and repeat over and over. Because when you are repeating happy memories, you suddenly are feeling much more better and in the moment. Also, practice gratitude every day. Be thankful for the life you had, for the breathing you are doing, for the people in your life. Thank someone for being in your life today or every day. Do something like that. Say, hey, thank you for being in my life. Thank you. I appreciate you always giving your time for me and speaking to me, and I just appreciate your time. It will change this perspective of you. Also, when you start being grateful for the people in your life, for who you are today, for the happiness you caused others, you'll be much better and happier for it. Also, list 3 to 5 things you are grateful for, and once you have written it, keep it in your wallet and look back at it over and over. You will be much better for it when you look at what you're grateful for every day. So it could be kids, house, God, friends, family. For example. Or you can name specific names if you like to do that. Also, you can list the 5 most important people in your life. For example, like I've said, these are your pals. These are the people who you must be connecting with on a daily basis. Your 5 top friends. These are the people who's in your circle of friends. Think about it. The more thankful you are, the happier you feel. It goes, right? Because it does. Also, you could write on Facebook and tag them. These are the 5 most people I am grateful for in my life. And name them. When they see it, they will be much happier and you will also. Also, make resting a priority in your life. The more you rest well, the sharper the saw. And the more accurate you are and the better you feel. I feel heaps good after a night's sleep, and I'm sure everyone would think the same as me. For example, I sleep, right, and when I get good enough amount of sleep, I'm much more. I am able to do things on a better level, right? And it's also important for you to sleep during the nights and be awake during the day. This is very important. Because when you are sleeping during the day and during the night, you are awake. It shifts your perspective in a different direction. I mean, you can still be positive, but it's gonna you're better off being awake when everyone else is awake, because you can go out. You can have coffee with someone, or like a friend in a coffee shop, and you can do things during the day. Also, getting enough sleep is the best habit to have by far. Also, exercise is good for the mind, body, and spirit. And when you exercise, reward yourself by either going out to a movie or going out with a friend or just communicate with someone and go all out. This could be your way of rewarding yourself. Also, life is about being happy. Practice mindfulness. This is being aware of your thoughts, self-analyzing your thoughts. It can be practiced by anyone. You could also take a moment, a morning walk. Nice to start your day like that. Fresh air, and just relaxing and listening to music, and enjoying your thank you walk. You could do this. Also, practicing breathing. You can use breathing exercises. There are different types of breathing exercises for different types of effects. Breathing in deeply and letting it go out every 10 seconds. So for example, and just like for 10 seconds you let it out. You could do that and it helps actually calm you. Um, or breathing along with the music, you could do this as well. When you hear da na na na, you start breathing and you feel much better. Also, there is a saying: the better you breathe, the more successful you are in life, which is true. The better you breathe, the more healthy you are. Also, practice imagination. This is a really good one. It is very effective in creating feelings of calmness and composure. Best is to do it in a quiet, peaceful place, and all you have to do is be comfortable and do slow breathing and think calmly and relaxing thoughts. Recap on your day, for example. How your day went. How could I be more positive today? Or what could I have done better today? Also, think about what you could do to help others. Think of all your talents and strategize on how you can help as many people as possible. Happiness also requires a lot of water. Being hydrated is good for happiness. You will find when you have enough water, you are functioning better. Which is true. When I drink a lot of water, I feel much better about myself. Also, find an activity to keep you busy and productive. I find for myself that writing and building a business helps me be off Facebook, which is true. When I was working on my website, right, I'd be probably 12 hours on my website working and not even looking up on Facebook at all because I'm so busy on my website. Also, and strategize on what assets will benefit the customer. And time flies when you are working on your website. Also, challenge yourself. Really challenge yourself. Think about music artists. How many times they needed to write music to eventually be big big and famous. This is reoccurring. They needed to practice help heaps in order to be great, right? They have to keep remaking a track or remaking different kinds of tracks in order to perfect their work. So, for example, I used to be a producer, right? I used to have it's very technical, this producing, but you got to be able to make your kick sound right, make the everything like mixing. You have to be able to put all the different types of volumes in the right order in order for your work to come out alive. Also, find something creative to do. Believe me, you will love it once you start and get going. And never stop once you start. Also, it is good to accept yourself, your whole self. Do not let anything upset you. Respect yourself as much as you can and beyond. Love yourself. Be comfortable and confident in your shoes. If you want and need, improve your confidence or writing ability or build a business. Might be something you are into. I suggest you do build a business because it's gonna help set you in life to have an online business and creating products. It's actually fun to create products and you can sell things to people. What Grant Cardone says, everybody's a salesman in this life. It's either his book title. He goes, sell or be sold. So either you're going to sell something to someone or someone's going to sell something to you. Also, Listen to yourself. This is very important. Push yourself to prevail in life. This will make you happier when you're pushing yourself to prevail, to strive for something, for a goal in your life. Also, have a laugh. It's always good to have a laugh with somebody or by yourself. Watching a funny video or something to get you in a funny mood, or in a feeling good mood. Also, do not be afraid to laugh. We also need to laugh more in our daily life, and we need to enjoy life more and more. This life we have is a great life. Believe me, it is. It's actually a great life to live. It's tremendous. The people are tremendous, and some people just have problems. These are the people that we need to help. Also, appreciate the life you have in this life, and spend time with positive people. It's very important to spend time with positive people, because they're going to bring you up in life. They're going to encourage you, and they're going to show you the way to success. A negative person will never show you the way to success, because they don't know what success is. A negative person does not know what success is. A positive person who has succeeded in life, who's confident in life, will gladly teach you how to succeed. And that is all for this lecture. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope I did not make a lot of mistakes in this lecture. I know I went back on some information about a few times. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back on my next episode. Thank you very much.